Since I left Bali and Singapore, this is what I've been up to in America. And before I talk about what I've been up to in America, right before I left Singapore and Bali, we did throw the party that I've been talking about. Made $0.0 for this party, and it wasn't even hosted in the same nightclub that we literally had booked out for a month. It was hosted in a different nightclub because the owners of the previous nightclub wanted to charge me double the price 4 hours before the party started, so we had to scramble and find a new nightclub to host this party in. So that fell through, made $0.0. Almost nobody showed up. And since nobody showed up, I was there with my buddies, and I was just like, okay, well, I need to go fucking get some poon into this nightclub, take a bunch of videos, post it on social media, and then maybe we can get some more people in the club. So I left in the middle of the party, tried to go get some poon at this like cultivation of bars in Singapore, found zero poon, came back to the nightclub empty-handed, and also to find that almost everybody in the nightclub left. So I pretty much had $0.0, and the only other opportunity that I had lined up to make some money, which I did mention in the past, but I've also been training mixed martial arts at the time in Lion's Heart MMA Singapore. I was training wrestling and judo during this whole nightclub thing on the side, and during the evenings. They had after seeing me fight and train in this gym, they booked a fight for me in Malaysia, and that fight was supposed to happen in, I think it was mid-January, and at the time of the party, and I had $0 in my account, was like late December, so I didn't have any time, or like I didn't have any money to survive until this fight in Malaysia. And it actually wasn't even a guarantee that I'd make money. I mean, the fuckers told me that I might have to pay in order to fight. So I was pretty much like wondering, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm like sitting in this hostel, checking my bank account on $0. I get a text message from one of my friends, and I'm not gonna say he's wealthy, but he's on the higher end of living, I would say. And I get this text message from him, and he's like, bro, why don't you just come to Bali with me and my family? And I'm like, oh shit. That is a possibility. You know, Bali is cheaper anyways, so if I'm gonna be using my credit card, I can go less into credit card debt if I'm living in Bali, which is cheaper. I thought it was cheaper, but he's like, yeah, just come stay with my family. We have a nice Airbnb. You can hang out with us, eat our food, go to the restaurants with us. So I was like, okay, cool, that sounds good. Booked a plane ticket, went straight to Bali after that party, and lived with him for a little bit, chilled. He had a nice Airbnb. Welcome to Bali. So this is all yours? I tried eating like the cheapest, most affordable food that I could. It was complete dog shit, and I ended up getting E. coli, probably because there was dog shit in the food, and I was hospitalized damn near. I was bedridden for a couple days, couldn't do anything, didn't make any money when I was in Bali, so he also let me know that he was like, okay, hey bro, we're going back to Singapore now, and I'm pretty much stuck, still with $0 in Bali, so I'm like, shit. So I scrambled, tried to think of something, I'm like, okay, well there's more opportunity to make money in Singapore, so I went back to Singapore, tried to get on a business class flight. They didn't let me in. They actually served me champagne at first because I look like a G and I look like I belong in business class, of course. So they served me champagne, and then they kicked me off right after they realized and, you know, did a double check of their seat chart or whatever. Got back into Singapore, stayed there for one day, made $0 again, and then I realized, okay, I'm just gonna go back to America. And when I went back to America, pretty much straight away, after living with these people who are in these big, large industries, plastics, banking, energy, logistics, all these like very large industries with large customers. I knew that's what I wanted to do straight away and not fuck around with these insignificant, little businesses. So I started a company within a very short timeline. I gave myself a short timeline on which industry that I wanted to go into. And then I started a company in the largest industry ever. So in between working on this company, when I'm not hiring employees or taking phone calls or doing paperwork, which is pretty boring and I can't really record, I've been driving around billionaires, helping them travel around Houston, show them the nice parts of the city, take them from their private jet to conferences and help them out with that. There was a Turkish billionaire riding with me one day. She was sitting in the back of the Cadillac, and I had to get a sniff. It's like a trend with me. I like smelling this shit. You gotta breathe it in and like really feel the energy. So that's why I smelled the back of that seat. And yeah, when I came back into America after living in the shitty, cheap, bad conditions of Bali, I got back into the Rolls, I'd say within like a week. So back around driving in the Rolls, started a new company in the largest industry ever, driving around billionaires from private jet to conferences, showing them around the city, helping them out with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.